BJ Hammer, head football coach, Bowdoin College. Well, most recently, last 3 years, I've been the head football coach at Allegheny College. Took over there in 2016. Took over a program that had won one game in the last 3 years and rebuilt the program there. Won one game our first year, then jumped to three. Really competitive that next year, and then this year we went 6-4, only losing to four teams in the top 20 in the country. Before that, I was at Wabash College, where I actually went to school. Was there for 5 years, and we had a really good run there. We were 51-7 over a 5-year period. Went to the national playoffs 3 years out of those five. Won a few rings, won in conference, and had a really good run there. It was a great experience. Before that, I was at Whittier College out in California, so I've been a little bit kind of coast to coast now. But Whittier was a good experience. Was a head coach there in my 20s. I had a lot of fun out there. Met my wife, and then we had our first kid, and it was time to go. And wanted to get back to the Midwest, where my family's from, and closer to the East Coast, where my wife's family's from. My wife is from Marblehead, Massachusetts, so there's a lot of Bowdoin alums down there. So I've been able to meet a few, and man, everyone I've met is completely passionate about this place. And the moment I set foot on campus, I think you could feel that. You can see this place cares deeply about being great on the academic side, and then it wants to be great in athletics as well. That whole well-rounded approach, and I really like that, and trying to get this football program where it should be. So it's really about the players. It's putting them in position for success. That's what we did extremely well at Wabash. We really highlighted our player strengths, and that's what we did at Allegheny. But the big piece with that, to put them in position for success, is what they do in the offseason, how hard they train, their commitment to football. And the question I ask every football player I've ever coached and every kid I've recruited is, how much do you love football and why? And my 5 program goals, number 1 being academics, number 2 being winning, and that's how we'll develop our players so they can become winners on the football field, and that would be big. So big in player development. Number 3 is family. We'll develop that family atmosphere here. Number 4 is I want guys to love football. It's having fun. You can never lose sight of that. So I love being around football nonstop, and that's contagious. So you got to have fun, but the big one with that is you got to compete. You got to have competition. Then the final goal is to help develop these young men into impact men by the time they're done. So that's 17, 18 to 22 is a fun developmental age, and the outcomes here are fantastic.